Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is Monday, November 6th, and it is currently 12:19 a.m. and I wanted to take you along with me as I work a night shift from home. Every other weekend, my mom and my sister alternate working weekend nights. I haven't had a shift in a while at night, so I volunteered myself to work this one. So I'm just gonna take you along with me, kind of show you guys what that entails, and then just show you guys different things that I basically do to keep myself awake. Weekends aren't really the busiest. Normally, like, you can take a nap and things like that. However, I don't trust myself to wake up after I've taken a nap, so I would rather just stay awake the whole night and just making sure that I'm on top of everything. I do have a couple of things that I would like to accomplish tonight for now that I am working like at an hour where no one else is awake. I do have to start by doing all the times for the drivers, and I have to get all those details out right now. And then from there, I am just gonna pick up the downstairs a little bit and I work my way up. Basically, I have the entire house to clean. It's not really crazy everywhere. I know it's only gonna take like 5 minutes in some rooms, but it's gonna keep me awake. And then I'm gonna end the night by editing a vlog from my 5K in Malibu. Since that video isn't set to go up until Wednesday, I do technically have a little bit of time. I would like to kind of get this house in order so that this is the last thing that I have to worry about tomorrow. So I'm just gonna start by working on my computer for a little bit, and from there we're just gonna start cleaning. So I figured I would kind of just explain a little bit of what it is exactly that I do, because I always say that I'm working kind of from wherever and I'm basically always on call. I always have my phone, I'm always getting calls and things like that. So I thought I would just explain a little bit exactly of what it is that my role is. My parents actually have a trucking company and they are partnered with Amazon, so they are one of their carriers, and basically my job is a dispatcher role. Because it is family business, we take on tons of roles. I am in charge of dispatching the drivers, making sure that all of their loads and pickups are going smooth. If there's any cancellations, I'm kind of helping them through that. If there's any mechanical issues with the truck on the road, then I'm kind of calling that in, whether that's to get them a tow, get them an Uber back home, or kind of just like figuring out the situation for a mechanic for a repair. I also am in charge of tracking all of the units. I'm in charge of tracking what is currently being repaired, what has been fixed. I'm in charge of following up on all of that, kind of what's like in the pipeline as far as like what's next in line to be either called in or what should be repaired soon. I also am in charge of sending all the drivers all of the details for their shifts. So unlike, you know, someone who might work a 9 to 5, they know exactly what time they're going to go in, what time they're going to clock out. They know when to take their lunch, when to take their breaks, things like that. However, for truck drivers, it's a little bit different, especially the way that our loads work. You can have like a set time of like 5 a.m., but sometimes depending on where your first stop is, that might vary. So you could either start at 3 a.m. or you could start at 7 a.m., just kind of depending. So to make sure that we have the most accurate times, I'm the one that is in charge of doing that for them. For instance, I have a driver who's set to be at a certain stop at 3:30. I know that that particular stop is an hour away from our carrier yard, so I start them at a decent enough time so that they can do the pre-trip, they can get all their things settled, clock in, get everything started on their apps, and then make their way there on time. And then I also let them know there are certain fuel stations that we can and cannot use. I track their route, and then I tell them after which stop they should be getting fuel and exactly where. Sometimes there's pumps down at certain stations, so I'm in charge of kind of following up on that and seeing if there is one station that's not working properly, I have to redirect them to another one. And then I do tell them that they have to take their lunch by a certain time, otherwise they will get a violation, which affects them and us. There's a lot that goes into it. I am basically working 24/7. Like, I am, but I'm not. Technically, my shift is 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then from there my boyfriend takes over and he works night shift, and my sister also works day shift, but because there are more drivers in the daytime, we kind of split them in half. But I am the one with the most availability. I kind of have an open schedule, so it's a little bit easier for me to take on a little bit more roles. That's kind of my role. It's kind of a lot, and at the same time it feels like it's not, because I'm just so used to it at this point. Right now what I'm doing is all of the morning drivers, I'm making sure that they have every single detail that they need to start their shift properly. I'm gonna get that all sent out. So I sent it individually to the drivers. That's what I'm doing right now. This usually takes me roughly like 20 minutes or so. I'm working on this right now. It shouldn't take me too much longer, and then we'll just get started with everything else. But basically, I don't have to be on my computer 24/7, which is why sometimes it's harder for me to stay awake, because I have drivers going to Bakersfield and I have some going to San Diego, I have some going to Las Vegas, and just depending on how long it takes, like I don't need to track them, you know, every 2 minutes. Sometimes it'll take hours before they reach their next stop. So when they do have longer trips like that, I don't really have to check on them as often. So I have to find things to keep myself awake, since I'm not technically staring at my phone that whole time. That's why it's a little bit tricky. That's why I'm always working, but at the same time it feels like I'm not. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just thought I'd explain it because I feel like I haven't actually given like a detailed description of what it is that I actually do. Yes, I just want to report a unit. Looks like the 2 passenger rear tires have extremely low tread, so I think we need to replace those. Okay, so I already did all the start times and I had to call in a unit. I don't have to check on the next driver until around 2:15, and it's currently 12:47, so I have some time. So I'm just gonna start working on the downstairs area. Here because my sister actually made all of these. She sells these little pet stockings, tree ornament, and like you can also use them for gift cards and stuff. Put them in the little pocket, and she actually sells them on her Etsy shop, so I'll have that linked in the description. But these are so cute. Like, look how cute this little blue one is. I think this one's my favorite. I'm gonna ask her to make me one. But yeah, she has all these linked in her Etsy shop along with a bunch of other things that she makes. She's seriously so talented, and yeah, she just crochets all of this stuff, so it's seriously great quality and everything. I'm gonna lay these here for her. I think she was taking pictures of it so she can post it. basically like just a clean with me. Sorry, I have my retainers in, so I have a list. This basically just turned into a clean with me because I'm showing you guys more cleaning than I am actually working. But it's 1:55 right now and my next driver starts at 2 a.m. So I'm just gonna check, make sure everything's tracking on time and everything's going smoothly. And then once I do that, I'm gonna clean the office because this is like one of the messiest rooms in the house right now. So I just want to make sure that this is a clean space because tomorrow I actually have a few Etsy orders to work on, and then I want to work on like making new Etsy products. So I'm gonna be in the office a lot tomorrow and I want to make sure that it's clean enough that I don't have to worry about it. And since I am pulling an all-nighter, when I do get up tomorrow, the last thing I want to worry about is cleaning. I'm just gonna clean this up really quickly, check on my driver, and then get going. So it is 2:36 and honestly I'm great on energy right now. I haven't even finished my iced coffee, but this concentrate is actually really strong, so I feel like I could actually hang until the end of my shift. I haven't pulled an all-nighter in a very long time, so I'm kind of proud of the fact that I'm like really hanging in there and it's not a busy night at all. So that's kind of helping me a little bit, and the fact that like I don't feel so overwhelmed like constantly on my phone and stuff while I'm trying to clean everything and get things done. So basically I've done the entire downstairs, kitchen, living room, dining room, bathroom. I did the office. There wasn't really much to the loft that needed to be done, and so right now I've moved on to my room. I do have to unpack from the weekend and I have to hang up all my clean laundry that I did that I haven't gotten a chance to get to. And lastly is my bathroom, which actually my bathroom and my closet. I don't know if I'm going to tackle those tonight or if I'm just going to wait until tomorrow when I'm a little bit more awake for that, because I really don't feel like working on them tonight. So I feel like I've actually gotten a lot done as far as cleaning goes. I'm gonna clean my room and then I'm gonna end it there, and I'm just gonna be editing for the rest of the night, and then obviously dispatching. It's going pretty well, I would say, but yeah, I have a lot to put away in my room. It's really just a bunch of clothes, random stuff, so let's get started. So this is the current state of my room. So it is currently 3:43. I basically finished cleaning my room already. The entire house is clean at this point. The only things that I didn't get to were my bathroom and my closet. I did start to work on my closet for a little bit, which is why it took me a little bit longer, but I didn't get to finish. So those are just two projects that I left for myself for tomorrow. I don't know if this was really a clean with me, a work with me, a clean with me while I work. I don't know. The point was I pulled an all-nighter today. I stayed dispatching, and in order to keep myself awake, I clean or I find little projects, but this time the house was in major need of some TLC, so that's what I focused on, was cleaning. Otherwise I would have worked on my Etsy shop, or I would have fixed a couple of my nails that are kind of messed up, but today specifically was just getting this house in order. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit different. I don't know if you guys want to see any more of this kind of content. I would be more than happy to take you along with me. It's every other weekend that we do night shifts, so not next week but the week after. I'm gonna probably do it again, and by then I'll probably have some other projects to work on. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, by all means leave it in the comments and I will be more than happy to take you along with me. But other than that, thank you so much if you stuck around all the way to the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. It'll really support my channel, and I will see you all next week.